Ethical Bookkeeping. We're the solution to your bookkeeping headaches. Guaranteed to get your books back on track, leaving you extra time to look after your business. Specialising in GST activity statements, business plans and more. Ethical Bookkeeping and Admin. The name says it all.
Listeners, welcome to this morning's play. We're at semi-final stage, actually, in the winners' half. We have Rusty Wheeler, who's actually gone to Spotlight and purchased himself a shirt made of about 18 tea towels. And playing Andy Barnett. And we got Jake and Tem, which I find quite an intriguing match, given Tem give Jacob a little bit of a touch-up at big guns. And Jake will probably remember that and want to redeem himself. Good shot there from Jake. And I think, well, actually, I say good shot, but he's actually got into it too much. Cued it too well. I think everyone will agree that we're pretty happy to see that absolute god-awful match nothing ever that was ever made in this planet beanie is not on his head. And Butters did send me a message and say he did confirm that he did purchase that beanie. Clearly he doesn't wear it for obvious reasons. Rusty won't be happy with that shot. I don't think the red clears the yellow, although he looked at it like he wasn't unhappy about it, so maybe it does. I just saw Andy just check. Oh, it looks like it might pass just by the overhead. We will soon find out, because it's probably going to be a ball he plays probably last. So, well, that's a really bad shot. I understand why he's played it that way, but he just didn't get enough right-hand side on it or enough bottom. Choose your poison there. Either way, though, a pretty simple clearance for Barnett here to with two shots. Yeah, nice little shot there from Andy. Just flicks the red to the side cushion and holds for the yellow. Doesn't even have to play it now, and as you can see, he's not going to. Just needs to be slightly careful with this shot if he chooses to play the left yellow, just because the little natural angle of the stun is into the red. That's why he's denied it. So just check it up a bit. Checked it up nicely. And once again, another top through run shot. He doesn't actually need to land anywhere real specific. He's stunned it well. And like I said, he doesn't have to land perfect because he's got two. So as long as he has a shot where he can promote it at worst, I expect him to pot it clean. And he does. The 2-0 to Andy Barnett on Rusty. And from what I've been told, Andy's been giving Rusty a bit of a flogging up Queensland, so not sure if it's going to continue in this match, but so far, so good for Andy. That's the shot that Jake's just played is basically just said, well, it actually surprises me, that shot, because he's basically just asked the question of Tem there. Normally he'd actually play a more aggressive shot and try and double it and get position. So that really surprises me, his option there. Tem's got stacks of options. He can even look for a little snooker here, play the double kiss on the yellow and just let it go slightly higher and to the left of where the white ball is now and leave Jake nothing. If he doesn't like that, he's got other options as well, but I think the little double kiss snooker here is quite nice. Andy Barnett's pot the black off the break. He says, I'll have another crack at that. It was a big break too. So Tem has denied that shot, I've said. And he's gone into the yellow, played it well. Question is this yellow passing the yellow that's on the bottom cushion? I think it does pass. It's a bit of a shot to nothing as well, so... Actually, I shouldn't say that, because the angle he's actually travelling sort of back up to near where the white is now, so it's not actually a shot to nothing. Jeez, I don't know about this shot, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I didn't like that shot. Actually, to be fair, I don't even think that was on. I think that's actually a really poor choice there from Tim. He had so many options. But what I feel, though, is he's trying to force the pot out. So he's trying to restrict Jake's table time and get into him early and send him the message to say, "Oi, there's no chop ups allowed here. I punish." So far, that message has not been sent to Jake. Just thought Jake might give that a little bit more. And in it goes. So 1-0 to Jake. It was a pretty scrappy frame, that, to be fair. Rusty has gone and promoted a red. Takes control of the frame early. Not sure if this yellow passed under the red or not. Oh, just from first glance, it looks like it might. So it might not be ideal. Can't get on it right now. Depending on how he feels, he may actually... I don't know if he's got the angle or not, but he can play the ball in the middle. If he feels like he can come off the top cushion and get into the yellow, you'd be pretty stiff not to have the linking ball to the right middle. So if it's there, it just might be a bit thick. Which is, he's underhit that. Well, he's lucky to get away with that. I don't think I'd underhit that pretty badly. Once again, if the yellow... This whole frame is all about if right now. If this yellow passes underneath the red that Barney's looking at right now, you take the double on the yellow. Even if it doesn't, you probably have to take this double on. But it's a sort of a different kettle of fish, because if you're confident that the yellow goes in the red, you can play a positional shot. Like so. Very good shot. If that yellow didn't go, or he felt it was not a good option, we probably would have seen him give the white a fair bit more and try and get the white ball up the other end of the table and do something with it. Rusty doesn't think this yellow goes under the red, so let's see what happens. To me, from looking at the camera, it looks like it goes, but it's never a telling factor. I always want to see the table. All I know is if it's tight, you don't want to leave it till last, but he doesn't have a choice but to leave it till last as they stand. Just going to drop this in and pick the gap on the two reds. Then he can just drop this yellow in. I think if he feels confident to punch it off the red, then landing on the side rail is fine, because you can just screw back. And you'll have a little bit of angle. And this is also fine where you've got some angle, but now you've kind of got to stun it. Oh, I think this goes. I really do think this goes. Rusty said no, but I think it went. He just underhit it. And that's why I felt getting a little straighter on the yellow was key, because you could punch it a bit more and not have to worry about the white ball. Tim's just banged in a decent length range black to go 1-all. Very good, very, very good out there from Barney. Gets it out of the snooker, pots the ball, nice thin cut on the black, and says, "Oi, I'm 3-0 up, I'm relevant." And now, Tem, the priest, Dixon. Stiff in off there from Rusty. Gets the white ball kicked in by multiple balls. I think Barney will probably take yellows here. To me, the tricky ball's one on the left side cushion, because the one that's on the right side will actually go when you play yellow onto red on a yellow. And what you do actually is you play the yellow onto the right side of that red, so it kicks back out off the cushion. But this is a couple of shots ahead, because I think you've got to play for the ball on the left side cushion now to drop it in. And if you don't like the shot, I said you can always play the flick off cannon as well, but I just feel it's a little easier to just play the plant. But getting onto it requires a more confident shot down the cushion rather than just dropping it in. I think this is pretty key, this shot that's coming up from Barney here. Played it well, played it really well. And as I said, play the plant and hit the yellow on the right side of the red, so that way the yellow spits back out off the side cushion. You don't want to roll this, you want to play this with a little bit of pace, just be confident in your shot. That's providing that the yellow actually is really a set plant. It looks like it is from here. Played it well. But having said that, his angle's not perfect. He's just sort of off straight, but his angle's going the way he doesn't want the white ball to be heading, which is obviously to back rail. He needs to juice this up a little bit just to get a bit of a result with the white. If it's me, I'm trying to play for the right side of the table towards the balk line area to give yourself multiple choice of balls. But it's actually tough to get the white ball there, so may see a bit of Q power come into this. Might be able to pinch a bit of pocket and screw direct. It's a good shot. Still work to do, but good shot. Meanwhile, Jake has played a under-hit ball to the centre, and the reason I say under-hit is he wanted to be really straight on it so he could just run through a bit for the two-ball plant. And now you can see him trying to play the same shot, but just use the reds as a little flick off to land close to the yellow. He's actually just belted that. That's actually uncharacteristic from Jake, because he literally has just given that a bit of a belting. Like, he knew that wasn't optimal. Work to do here for Jake. This is tough. It's not so much about potting a ball, it's about winning the frame when you've got way less soldiers on the table and then they're not optimal. Wow, I don't know about that shot. Not ideal for Jake. Just Barney just gives the tail a bit of a tap there. He's okay on this ball in the middle, but I guess it's just a little tricky type shot. I mean, obviously, don't have to do anything with the white. He just drops this in. He's naturally on the black to the bottom left. Unless I'm misreading the angle and it's going further down table where he plays to the middle, but for me, I think he's going to play very dead weight here. Oh, he's missed the pot. Was tough. Problem for him now, though, is that red that's right in the middle of the table is just such a nice ball to just get behind and just flick off the yellow, kill the yellow completely, remove all pressure from the clearance, hash or snooker, because the two reds at this end of the table are a little dodgy. Gonna jump on or what? And this shot that I spoke about earlier, Rusty is perfect on it now, just to alleviate a little pressure off himself. Just flick this yellow to the side cushion, play the red off it. Well, he didn't do it. I actually thought he would for sure, just to give himself a little bit of breathing space. But as it turns out, this is a shot to nothing as well. I think he plays the blind cut. Looking good. And Travis will be a bit filthy with himself at losing this frame if he, provided Rusty gets these, which I expect him to, but he'll be a bit filthy with himself. Oh, sorry, not Andy, not Rusty. Don't worry, not Travis. I don't even know why I said Travis. I was watching Travis play Alec last game, and I was still in my head. For those that didn't say that much, it did go to 7-all, and Travis won 8-7. Jake play this yellow off the black. He'll give this a bit too. He didn't give it enough in my opinion. I felt he had to give it a bit more pace. The white ball would have been more centre table. The black would have been closer to the hole. This is actually a very missable pot that he's taking on here. And as you can see, has missed it. Tamer has actually kangaroo bounced out of the chair. He doesn't even probably know what a kangaroo is. He is a pommy. He's like, I just caught the taxi from Bradford to Leicester. Pot that black. Does that sound all right? Just made up a couple of suburbs there in England that don't even know if they ask. Oh, yeah. Towns, cities, postcodes. It's actually a crap shot from Jake. The shot before. It's pool stats, so they might not have updated it. Good shot there from Rusty. Just to stay in the frame. He's in a lot of trouble. Again, you'll be looking to play the back double screw shot, and the reason I say that is because he wants to kick out the other red, so he wants to just give it a bit. So you can see him play that with the bottom, and he's played it really well where he's actually nailed the pot as well. That's an excellent shot. Gives himself a very, very good chance to win the frame with this visit. Not sure if the plant goes red on red. I think the black might be in the way. Doesn't actually have to play it now, but I feel you play it to the right middle. It's a bit of a shot to nothing. Like you sort of have to play it, in my opinion. Just got to be careful he doesn't catch the red here. Played it well. Played it very well. Oh, he's just landed a little dodgy. A little dodgy, but I think he can play this pretty much plain ball. Oh, well, I should say plain ball, maybe a little bit of top. Just to force the white ball through to the top cushion. There's plenty of room underneath that yellow. Meanwhile, Thames going. That's a really, really average judgment of white ball there from Thames. But expect him to still pot this, although it is missable. He's potted well. Barney's found his way to that bottom rail, or close enough too. And just needs to be careful here, because you can't just stun up the rail because the yellows are in the way. So this needs to actually be a really well controlled shot. Doesn't want to sort of flick it thin with right hand side and overcommit it because he worries about going in off the middle. So as you can see on the table, it looks real basic. I think maybe the black goes to the top or the right top centre as you look at the table now. So that actually gives him a lot of grace. He's caught the cannon. It's a disaster. I think he's tried to get too neat there himself. So if the middle pocket's not in play there, he doesn't go anywhere near the black, but because he's so focused on keeping the middle pocket out of play there, he's overplayed the angle and he's gone into the black. It makes such a huge difference. Don't know if he's got a lot of choice but to play the back double to the top left corner. I don't see another shot. It might actually double to the top right, but you've got to hit it so sweet. Actually, I'm just looking at it. Right middle's real hard. Actually, I don't even know if the right middle's on. Just looking at the angle he's got to play it at. So he's looking at his top right. I think this is on, but you've got to hit it really sweet. But the reward, even if you get it near the pocket, could potentially be beneficial. Whereas you play it to top left, it doesn't cover anything. Just got to be, I guess the danger about this double to the top right is if you don't pot it and you leave a big pocket for the yellow on the cushion as well. Jeez, he's hit that well. That's a really good shot. I think he's played that pretty well, all things considered. Keeps Rusty honest. He may actually play the yellow double up and down towards this ball that's over the hole and just play a snooker off the side rail, but then he risks Barney coming across, getting the black even neater over the pocket or potting it, so denies that. Now I'm going to assume that this yellow passes the black that's on the side rail because it could be his last ball now. Just sort of drop this in, and he might place a bit of right hand side. He was okay. Yeah, good shot. So 3-2 now. Trailing is Rusty. Andy Barnett has the lead. He'll probably be, I think Andy will be a bit filthy with himself with that frame. Meanwhile, Tam continues to say, "Hey Jake, you're my bitch." Have a look at that bald spot on McCartney's head. That's next level. Not that I can talk, but he's having a crack. That's missed by 4 foot. Just wonder if this plant on the red goes on the right side table here. The 2 reds go to the top left. I think they do just because he's playing the outside, like the right side of the 2 reds here. Promotes the black. I think he was using this plant as a backup ball in case things went bad. And I'm actually not sure if this black goes. He's having a look at it. His face sort of says maybe, maybe not. That's a nice little pot there from Rusty as well. Probably overhit the wide a little. Would probably love to have held another foot to the right hand side. I'm still not sure whether this black goes or not. He's having another look at it. He hasn't given us really a definitive answer with his body language. He did screw his face up a bit early and like, oh, you know, I'm not really sure if it's on. Gave me nothing there. Played that really, really well. Although he may have come just a touch short. This sells us so much. Actually, this black does look tricky from the overhead, whether it's on or not. Well, it definitely isn't on from there. That's actually a woeful shot. Really bad. I'm actually looking at the overhead. I don't reckon it's on. Not bad. Not too bad. Gives Barney a chance, though. But, I mean, what else could he do there, to be fair? Didn't get the white ball over as far as he wanted to, but he's okay because he allowed the lone. 2 rails here. Bottom cushion, left side cushion, and just take your white ball through that large gap between yellow near the blue spot and the others down the bottom. He's actually going to just play the opposite way I've just said. No, he's actually played like a full fairy. He didn't commit to that at all. He's tried to land on the ball in the middle, whereas I felt he had to fully commit to that play it off two. He's tried to kind of play it off two, but he's tried to control the white. I think you're better off playing it off two properly. Let the white ball run into bulk. Get yourself on these two bottom balls and back yourself. It's not that difficult an out. I know it's really simple for me sitting here saying it, and you probably watched me playing the stream last night how horrible I was, but let's be fair dinkum, it wasn't a real difficult out, and you're giving your opponent a chance to play a shot that he's about to play now and have a chance to win. Hasn't worked out, and now he looks like a genius, of course, but my point is giving your opponents an extra chance, especially if they're on an elite level. He's just flirting with danger a lot of the time. I'm a bit like that. So Barney, big chance here. It's honestly simple stuff to do. Just got to stun to the bottom cushion here. He doesn't want to be really straight on the red. He just wants to make sure he's got angle to come out centre table. Sorry guys, I've sold he thought he'd do the right thing and tip some water in me Long Island iced tea that he thought was water, and he's just turned it into a putrid bowl of sewage. So I had to just pause for a sec there. He's going to make up for his error. He's going to make up for his error. And Barney's actually played not a good shot. I just watched Tem play a chop up, and stuff's happening. Oh, nah, it's not a good shot though. Not a good shot. Barney needs a good shot here too. Wow. It's one of those shots where you kind of trust in luck a little bit. He's tried to screw out and hit Mr. Black completely, but it was such a difficult thing to do. But he's probably got the worst result possible. Jake's actually played that shot really well. I think Amy's about to get the mic on shortly. She's called that shot to a tee. No, he's okay here because he plays it long inside the yellow. He's going to play black same pocket. It's still a crap shot because he wanted to be straight on it. He knows it's a crap shot. You can tell by his face it's a crap shot. Did I say it was a crap shot?
It's a crap shot. That's all.
Barney's had a lash at that. No good. Leaves Rusty a very gettable black to go 3-all. And so the spotlight tea towel does the business. Does a little fist pump. What's going on there? Bit early for those ones, I would have thought. It's not even midday yet, is it? He's punching out come-ons at 11 o'clock. Are you fair income or what, Rusty?
Very generous.
He missed. Jake's missed. That's crap. I told you it was a crap shot that he played earlier. Got to be careful here because he's going to actually give this a bit to come off the back cushion and back out, but then he chances leaving the yellow stuck on the red. So
You're going to double it. The yellow.
I think it's fair for me to say that there's been quite a series of crap shots being played in the last 2 to 3 minutes on both tables.
I agree.
Sold he's produced and he's actually even bought me a meal.
I would have done it.
Oh, Rusty's getting a little bit anxious and boisterous. He's just done the fist pump the frame before. He's getting angry with himself. Don't know if I'd be super filthy about that. I know he goes game, but he's in good nick right now.
Well, they wear that headstrap when they play the drums and
Right. Look, listen, I've got a bit of background chatter. I'm going to bring it up. We're just having a quick chat about Rocky Hammond's dress attire. It's not ideal for straight people, let's say.
You can't say that on Jamie, come
I didn't know how else to say it. It's pretty gay. Let's be fair to him.
Make it very clear that you're the one who said that.
Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but it's a crap dress pant. It looks like he's in the Foreign Legion. You can see it on the camera there in the top right hand side of your screen. It doesn't do it justice. Oh, he just decides to throw his cue on the ground for fun. He's heard me obviously and he's cracked it. How good was that timing? That's gold. That's actually gold medal. No, he did. Of course he didn't hear. He's like 90 foot away, Steve. Shut up. But look at that red. That's actually a double stripe. You can see in the top right. It's not one stripe. It's a double stripe. A double stripe. And no, it's a double stripe, isn't it? Oh, it's a single. It's a single thick red stripe. It's no good. Let's put it this way. It's no good. We'll leave it at that. All right. Anyway, Tem's about to win a frame. Actually, just so the viewers do give me a little bit of leniency, I actually have not been to bed. I'm a little tired. But I have been advised in the past that when I do commentate random crap like that, that I am appreciated for humour. So we'll just run with it here and there. Good shot there from Barney. Wants to re-establish his lead. Tem goes 4-1 up on Jake. I think Jake is starting to become a little bit of a Tem bitch. Tem's rolled him the last, I think, 2 to 3 times they've played. Tem, just for the record, last 2 or 3 times you played him? 2 or 3? So 2 Big Guns and Kings Cup. 2 large tournaments. And looking to make it a third. Go to 3-peat on the triple of the crowns of the biggest tournaments in the country. I don't even know what Barney's looking at here to look at the ceiling. Just stun it. it does. If he thinks he's going to go underneath the red, he's got to play it really bad. There you go, good shot. So 4-3 is coming up to Andy Barnett. So good shot from Jake. Still work to do. I'm not 100% sure if this yellow goes to the right middle or not, that he's just eyeing off now. Won't play it immediately because you want to not have hampered queuing. But if it goes, he's going to feel a lot more comfortable. Right, the way he's played that, I'm going to say it doesn't go. Still work to do here for Jake. This is actually a tricky little out that he's got to play.
What are you playing for?
I've just been denied entry to the comp. Apparently I'm supposed to commentate and shut up.
We're doing both of them at the same time.
All right, Rusty looking to level up at 4-all here. I'm going to say it's a missable, Black. Oh, you've got to be careful of the top right corner here. And there you go. See, it was missable, like I said, because of the top right-hand corner coming into play. That's actually putrid, that shot.
Been meaning to do that since the 70s.
What? I said you're ridiculous.
What?
Rusty's gone into Earl Strickland mode. Mumble, mumble, mumble to himself.
Come on, Rusty.
Didn't actually see what happened on the other table there. Jake won, so it's what, 4-2? Yep. Andy could play this as a bit of a shot to nothing, but I think maybe don't even take the pot on. Yeah, smart shot. Very good shot. Oh, he's actually overhit it. He's given this a chance. Top right-hand corner. He's given this a show. I tell you, if this actually goes in, it'll do fair heart rip outs. This.
I'll give you that one. I'll pay you.
Got to be careful the white ball doesn't follow into the top right-hand corner as well for side rail.
Not that, no. The pain.
Oh wow, it's like you tried to cover the rail there. That's missed by 14 foot.
Really close, Russ.
He's actually got a really good result too. It hasn't left anything easy. And he got the double kiss to make the black very available. I think he's actually been quite fortunate there.
Try out for state this year? Try out for stateside this year?
Played that well, Barney did. Wasn't as easy as it looked, that shot. It was very easy to hit that too full. Oh, what a great shot there is from Rusty. Good judge of pace. I think Barney can still get through to the right side of the yellow. That's the higher of the two on the left side of the table. And he can actually play it sort of half ball and just get another snooker. He's just checking the gap here because he knows the half ball snooker is pretty much guaranteed, but just wants to make sure there is no possible gap that he could somehow leave him. I don't think it's there. He's played it pretty well. I don't think that's a total either. Ross, he's just going to bang this, I reckon. No, he's going to play safety. Wow, I actually didn't see that, but good call. Yeah, no, good call. I actually did not see that glance to yellow, but that doesn't mean anything given my current status. It's a good fair call. And should go game here, Andy, and take a 5-3 lead, barring a really, really bad shot. Yep. Can you replay it? Just for, you know, just for the sake of, you know, like the people at home probably, I didn't see it for sure. Maybe a lot, but there's probably half the people at home saw it, half the people didn't. We'll play at the end of the frame. Generally, when you foul, like, and you ask the question, your gut reaction's more often right than not. So if you feel like you've touched a ball or you've fouled or whatever, you probably have. Ooh, no, that's a good shot from Barney. Excellent shot. I thought he's short, but he's perfect. And I'll tell you what, this bloke has a pretty big cult following in Queensland with all his self-promotion business that he does. He's got the Barney Army. And he's in the semis of the winner's side and taking a 5-3 lead with a chance to go into the final of the winner's side to get the double chance. Meanwhile, this man on screen, Jake McCartney, 4-2 down, is actually my pick to win the tournament. We're just going to still wait those. Oh, no, we're not salty. We're going to watch this, folks. Yeah, oh, just rocked. That's a really good call, actually, from anyone that did see that. I certainly didn't until that replay happened.
No, Rusty. Rusty! Geez, all I need you tip to fly off.
Big shot coming up from Jake here. Don't think he actually needs to play this myself. He actually had a really, really tough positional shot to play there. I think a lot of people at home are thinking, wow, what a terrible shot. But that was actually really hard to get position on the black there from there. Oh, I'll tell you what. Tim would have been wearing his balls as earrings there for a second. He could have flicked the yellow on. Oh, he's not. Oh. Sometimes just getting down and giving it a clout is not a bad option. You nearly get results like that. You try and overthink getting out of a snooker and hit at a certain angle or whatever, you end up missing it by a mile. Sometimes you just trust your natural natural sense, so to speak, and just give it a crack and see what happens.
Yeah, I did a bit of that when I was younger. I slapped around a lot.
Sorry?
You got that?
No, I've just got my own case and I'll get the keys tomorrow. Keys tomorrow.
Interesting choice of shot there from Tem. I'm surprised he didn't choose to eliminate this red that's near the black, but I think the only reason he didn't is because the transition up table because of where the black is was a bit tricky, so he's decided to leave it till later. Actually, the more I study the position of his balls, the more I think he's actually gone the right way.
Which is the bottles all right.
No, it's orders right.
Barney has dry, broke, and Rusty will be absolutely murdering himself for a frame if he can get one. Don't think he's played well so far this match, Rusty, to be fair.
Maybe January.
Good shot from Tam. Needs to punch this, try and land on the blue spot. So this shot here, don't play this low. Punch it above centre. He's hitting it low and making a line with me, but I see that shot how he's landed like that. If he actually hits that above centre and punches it out, he actually gets further up the table or down the table as you view the screen. I think a lot of people don't understand just how much you can do with the white ball above centre. Wow. He's not the best roll in Potter, Timmy. He's not used to playing shots like that. But he's going to go 5-2 up and say, thanks for the strawberry, McCartney. I won't say strawberry, but opportunity.
When she comes back, so you got to sit that way. Yeah. So I'm here with Jamie Stevens.
Little kick out shot here from Barney. Well, not comfortable with his bridge hand here. He's got this little.
Would actually play the bottom left ball here for extraction.
Just land a little awkward, that little flick out on the yellow, on the red there. It's just kind of blocked a little bit of angle on the red that he would have probably liked to have landed in more area for transitional reasons. But and I don't know if he can run through this or not. I don't know if he's got angle going into the yellow here.
Flick off the yellow to get the ball in the centre there.
Steve Lansbury's decided to tell me he's going to play this and flick off the yellow to play the red in the middle. I think he can just hit it. He's actually going through this. Well, I didn't like it. And I didn't like it though. He didn't play it well. That's actually a really good break from Jake as far as white ball control is concerned. He hasn't potted ball, but if you actually rewind that at home and just watch his control of the white there to guarantee no in off. Sucks that he didn't pot a ball for him, but I like the idea of the break. Really controlled it. He had good power and controlled the white ball back perfectly. And also when you pull the white ball straight back in a straight line, bad miss from Barney. It massively decreases your chances to going off, because the only way you can really do it is if a ball kicks you wide enough. And for that to happen is probably a little it's actually probably a heap unlucky. Tem just seeing if he can slide this yellow in a cushion first off the black. Because if he can, he's a good chance to clear at this visit. I feel he has to. Oh, actually, you know what? He could... Well, he's on reds. What am I talking about? Oh, that's a bad miss. Rusty looking good to pull one back here. Now, when I thought Tem was actually lining the yellow up offside cushion off the black, he was actually lining up the red, like to check his angle where he needed to be to play the red off the black. So. It's not bad. Actually, I say that, it might be a bit short. No, it looks like he feels good on it. Geez, from this angle, it looks like he's nowhere near it, but clearly it's slightly off. Actually, I'm confused. Didn't he play a red earlier? Either way, he's killed the red with the black. Sorry, the yellow with the black. Big break from Rusty, but just not a lot of joy with choice of shot. Kind of needs to take red here and clear the yellow out of the way over the pocket.
Hands off.
Just a bit of thinking time for both players here. Tem obviously concerned because any can on the yellow is a good chance to pot the black, so he needs to actually be, I guess, a little neat. This is what I'm saying about putting the white balls somewhere in the middle of the table off the break. You just, when you're practicing even, it just forces yourself to be a little bit neater.
Seems she's not married, she's
Very good shot from Rusty. 5-all now. Sorry for the on and off yabba. I am slightly distracted by outside interference. There's been some juicy gossip talk going on. I need to get involved. Good shot there from Jake. And I think it's really weird. Thames 5-2 up. Will probably be 5-3 in a sec. And I keep saying about Jake that you have to punish every error that he makes, because he's if you don't, he just beats you. Like, he's just so relentless with his clearances and his pressure and his style. You can't chop up against him. And he goes 5-3 down, and by no means looks like he's in good shape, but I think Tem knows himself. He probably could have been 6-2 there. Barney's looking at this yellow to play it off the red. You can see him sort of... Good shot there from Barney, because he's, rather than having to play it off the red, he can actually play the run through now and just land on it, which is a much easier shot, obviously, across the board.
Someone get some beers in, Tim.
Good shot from Jake. So I'm actually focusing a little bit more on the Barnett Rusty match, just because he's on an out here. It's a pretty decent out if he nails it too, just quietly. Heaps of work to still do. Not sure what angle he's got here, if he's going stun up table, if he's actually got a screw. He screws back off side rail actually himself. It's actually not a good shot from Barney there, because it's never a good shot to land on the rail unless for some crazy reason you need to. But generally when you want to land on the rail, it's when you're shooting down or up table, where you're not queuing off the rail, you're queuing alongside it. I think he's just limited his options as far as manipulating the white. Natural angle to me looks like he's actually hitting the right side of the middle ball, and he will cannon the left side of the other yellow, other red, which will actually not be that bad. I could be misreading it. The camera angle is actually going to be very deceiving, and we're not going to Nurka because he's jacking up. So, but I think he's just going to try and clear the reds and just go into him and just say, "Give me a result." I think that was really unnecessary. I think the plain ball option there was very favourable. He's actually got a sick result. That's a sick result. I don't even know if anything's on here. Rusty's got to be feeling a bit filthy with that. That's a horrible pot attempt, and he's left nothing. Yeah, well, I'd be huffing and puffing a touch myself, I guess, if you're a little frustrated, but... Yeah. Well, it's a pretty good pot, actually, from there. So this shot that he's got to play here.
Move forward and then you can reach the tape.
And I do apologise to the people that are focusing on the Jake and Tem match, but I'm a bit intrigued by this little match here, especially this pot out. I think you have to not force this. I like this shot. I like how he's taken his medicine there. I think Bettis has stun it, but he's just full-blooded taken his medicine and said, just not going to give yourself a shot at this red. Actually, you know what? The more I look at that, why didn't he stun it? I don't know. Chance for Andy here to play the kick out. And Rusty knows it. He's doing the Earl Strickland mumble / Ralph Souquet. So big chance this. Doesn't even matter if he catches the red, not the yellow here, as long as he clears a path. Well, he caught both. That was the problem. He caught high side of the red, bottom side of the yellow, and landed bubbers. Well, I think he has to play the top ball now and actually play for the double. Wants to land just past bottom side on the blue spot. The face cut's not even there, especially if it's hard up frozen on the rail. There's just no chance. So I think this is the shot. You've got to play this. This is all about touch of pace, this.
I'm not going to say a word. So, no good me giving any feedback. He's gonna knock the back out. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's actually played that short. But having said that, the line that the white ball was travelling, the double was probably not there. So he's just backing himself to just bang this in. And that's a really good shot. That's just drifted out on him a touch, I feel. I think he actually played that pretty well. I think if I'm Barney, I'd probably stamp my foot and go, I'm a bit filthy. Yeah, he knows that was in. And here's the horrible part about that. He's played I think a really good shot. I think he popped the ball, and now he's actually in trouble. I don't even know if you can afford to like play the deliberate foul here. I think you've got to try and hit this. Just for those that you probably actually they're on the screen,
They're
and,
not updated.
but updated scores that you see on your screen is Alex Pace is 5-2 up on Rocky Hammond, Travis Crawley and Joel Younger are 3-all. So just a little update for what you see on your screen now.
They're not updated. That still says
I could have cut that thing inside the fucking blade, but then I didn't know where the wipe was going. So I landed on the inside the red.
hey, salty.
Whenever there's a black over the hole and a yellow over the hole, you're 50-50.
Salty. Do you update the scores or do it live through full stack? Just curious. You know the rolling scores bar?
Yeah, you've got to refresh it. It doesn't, they come
That's what I'm asking. Do you do it or does it go live through full stack?
well, the scores are there, but I've got to keep refreshing the window
Right.
for the stream.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's all right, because you get fresh air through the window then.
You get a bit busy.
Yeah, I'm not having a jab.
Yeah, I've just got to click and go reload page.
I was just curious if it's something you had to do manually or whether it was automatic.
They've got Greg looking at it to be able to do it automatically.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty amazing how I actually felt that the way Andy played that ball down the rail, I actually think he hit it perfect, and I think it's just drifted out on him a touch, and now he's actually lost the frame. It just shows how just little things that aren't in your control can sometimes cost you frames and potentially matches. I mean, about to go 5-all now after he had a decent lead. But I think the important thing for Andy now is he knows he's probably pot that. You've got to put it out of his head and get on with the next frame. And I don't know how, from player to player, especially at elite level, I don't know how some of these guys handle the, something like that where I actually felt he never missed that, and then he's got to get over it and get on to the next frame. Some people have real trouble with it. Other people just move on and say, yep, next frame, no worries. Me personally, I'm an instant bang, just next frame, don't care. I've always been that way, whereas there are some players that just hold on to it for days. You can hold on for it. You can hold on to it for days after the match is done. You reassess if you win or lose. You can then go back and go, what happened? That break was not small. He's gonna take reds. Offside cushion and play for the bottom ball. It's a good shot. What a key break. This match has turned sick around. Oh, I think he's landed on this. He's fatted up on it. Yeah, he's okay, I think. Oh, he did it. He played that up. He played that up. Give us a spell. He carried on like a sausage there. Like a full pork cabana sausage. No little fist pump. Nah, just gets the balls out of the pocket. I'm tipping.
Give me a heart attack, Rusty.
I'm tipping if they were. I'm tipping if they were touching, he would have done a really huge stamp on the ground.
That was just a crowd pleaser for us, wasn't it? Oh, Rusty's.
There's a bit of a payback earlier from the head shake that I got. On a straight black.
I'd tip that frame with what, less than 45 seconds?
That was probably 25. Well, maybe 35. Yeah. I got to go play, guys. I'm going to go play. I'm playing Woody. I could have just played him in Ballarat, but we'll just play in Tassie instead. I'll be back later.
Okay, just Paul Pike jumping in while Jamie goes and plays his match. That's a huge shot by Jake there, doubling it inside the ball and opening everything up. He's got a chance for the out now. He wants to get up on the one near the balk line first shot here. He'll probably screw up the table. He's just looking at which side of the yellow to go past. He's hit the yellow on the side rail, didn't want that. He's got a shot, but it's he's a little bit further away from it than he would have liked. If it's dead straight, he'll just have to try and screw back a few inches. He's going to have a longer red than he would like too. That's not bad. Does he play to just drop it in and hold on the yellow, or does he, if it's straight enough, he might be able to just screw back a fraction? Looks like he's got a tiny bit of angle though. Yeah, he can just screw back. Oh. Yeah, it was just at that dodgy point where it was a slight angle, so if he hit it, the white was running towards the black. Made that shot a lot trickier than it looked. Tim will cut this and move the other one off the cushion. Be on. Oh, wow. Not sure what happened there. As we've seen, these are pretty tight down the cushion, so he's got to hit this pretty well because he's got to screw back off it. So he's got to play it with a bit of pace. And no problems. Big frame this. Difference between 5 all or 6-4 down. Bit of a comeback from Jake. Be happy to be 5 all after where he was. Rusty's just had a miss there. So Andy with a chance now to level it at 7 all. It's got that one yellow over the right hand side. It's a little bit dodgy. Yeah. Get over onto the side cushion now. He's giving himself a little bit of an angle so he can come across for that other one, I think. that's what he's done. He's just going to play to just cash it in the middle pocket. Just a nice dead weight drop in. Yeah, they're quite tight into the middles on the angle. Not an easy shot. So, could be curtains for Andy. Don't think he'll be getting back to the table now. Just a soft screw here. Perfect. And so Rusty, all the way through on the winner's side, undefeated. Who's going to be the other undefeated out of this match? 5-all. Very important break here from Tim. The white's got kicked. It's flying around the table, but it stays on. He's potted a ball. Yellows look delicious. Reds aren't bad either. Landing neat on that black at the end is the key. He's taking yellows. The question is, how's he going to get on that black at the end? Off which yellow? Because you want to be landing right behind it. He may even... it's not a bad shot. Got a few options here. So he's going to leave those two up near the balk for the last. But I might be wrong. No, he's leaving this one down here to get on the black. That's probably... He just wants to come around pretty straight onto that yellow in the middle. And it's a little bit shorter than he wanted. Not ideal now. Might go long past the black. Then he'd still have a shot on the other yellow. Problem is if he takes it in the middle, he's got to land the other side of the yellow. And he won't be happy about that. That's what he's chose to do. How straight is he? He might have to screw back off the cushion here. Pot it, screw back with a little bit of side maybe. Yeah, it's just on the wrong side of it too. Oh, he's played that well. His footer didn't quite get there, but he's had to create that shot because he was on the wrong side of the yellow. So he's had to play it with reverse side off the cushion. He's got a shot anyway. It's a big out from Tim. Five all. Semi-final on the winner's side. That's when you want to come up with a nice master. So can Jakey respond? Important break for Jake here. Big crack. Has not potted a ball. Dry break. Balls are everywhere. I think maybe reds. It's hard to know. The yellows are sort of all on top of each other, blocking different paths and he is taking reds. Will he try and nudge the black here? Maybe not. No, he's happy with it where it is. So Tim has played the layup. He's put the red over the pocket and left Jake absolutely nothing. That's a great shot, really. That is just a great shot. Realised the reds were quite tricky to map out there and just biding his time. Jake's just played the little chip out. Says, well, if you didn't want to go before, Tim, maybe you're not too keen now either. Tim's going to play the layup again. Tim's just saying, can you open things up a little bit for me, Jake? Just a little bit. Jake might be forced to have a go here, or is he laying up? No, I think he's laying up. No, he's decided to have a go. If he might be able to pot this in the middle and move the red off the back of those two yellows, I think that's what he's looked at. If he hits that red, nice pace half ball, he'll be on the yellow into the middle. Got to play this with a nice control. Oh no, he's missed the pot. Missed the pot. So Tim's straight away having a look at that black. Only goes in the one pocket and you've got to be right behind it. That's a well-controlled shot. These are quite tight into the middle, so landing nicely on that ball like he did was very important. He's got to give it a little bit just to stun out, I think. Maybe able to run through, but yeah, he's probably got Probably got the angle to just run through a little bit.
Cop shop. Walking back to the hotel, fucking cop car comes spinning. Excuse me, sir, you fit the description of somebody who let off a fire extinguisher in a hot car. I said, it wasn't me, man. I said, but I said, it was somebody in our group that did it. Oh, you didn't have to come back and get all your details. Oh, no, I'm going to put that on.
Yeah.
I said, no, no, no.
Yeah, he's going to be some trouble.
Who was it? Oh, who did it? Yeah, what did he? Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they've got all these details now.
Yeah, they take your ID before you go in. So we give you information,
Oh, Thames played to open the black there, and it didn't quite hit it as full as he wanted. And the whites run on. I think this might still be on into the middle. But controlling the white's a little tricky too. He's looking at going around 3 cushions. Cut the red in the middle, swing the white round 3 cushions, and be on the red back down into this bottom left. I think it's a bit dodgy. He's going a bit wide by the look of the camera angle, but he might be able to do it. He got the position, but yeah, missed the pot. Could be a big difference there too, that pot.
He's got to win that one. What's the prize in Calcutta? 34th. Because I've got Andy.
Oh, in the Calcutta. Can't Pacey. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. 793, seconds 1586, first 3965.
So Andy's got to win one more match to get in the top 4, is that right?
It's probably two.
Two. He's just been in there for 7.
Yeah, no, he's in the 6.
He's in the 6 now, so he's only
Yeah.
one rush. How long before I play again? Shortly. Yep.
So Jake looks like he might be able to play the plant here.
Basically, like 5 minutes after they finish.
Great shot. Play this one into the corner, screw back, end up straight on the yellow. Beautiful. Does he just screw back a couple of inches, or does he come right across? I'd say a couple of inches. No, he's come right across. Make sure he's not hampered on the red. Well controlled. 6 all. So back to Thames break. Bit of a battle here. It's good. Can see the room's fairly quiet this morning. They're playing the non-qualifiers comp upstairs, so all the rowdy blokes are up there. But, nah, everyone's been pretty well behaved this weekend. It's good. Alright, what's Tim going to come up with on the break here? Straight down the middle, controlled the white. Did he get a ball? No, dry break. Wow, these reds are fat too. PHAT. Tim's, you can see the frustration. He's back in his chair, slapped his leg. Just when you want to ball off the break and let you down. Jake's still got to do this though. A lot of pressure at 6-all. He's just checking everything out. Notice he doesn't just rush in. A lot of players, they see the balls like this and they just rush down and start potting. But Jake's still making sure he knows exactly what he's doing, where he's going. Not exactly sure what he was playing there. Maybe he doesn't like the yellow and red together and he wanted to just get a tiny bit of movement on them. I'm not sure. I think he might have played for an angle. Oh, he's jawed it. I don't think he's left Tem a whole lot here. Awkward bridging shot onto this yellow if it does slide inside the red. Horrible queuing. Great shot by Tim. That's a great shot. Never easy when you're queuing over a ball and you've only got half a pocket. He may also have moved that red into a position where he can play the yellow over the other side in off it. Oh, does the yellow slide inside this red? He's looking at it like it might. Maybe there's a half a ball gap behind that red. He's taking his time here. He's not 100% sure yet which way he wants to go. Big decision here at 6-all. Looks like he is going to try and squeeze this inside the red. He's got to control the white too. He's tried to kick the black as well. Yeah. Tried to do quite a bit in that shot, but I think maybe he had to, like. Made a bit of a mess of things, but putting that black on top of the yellow and red. Jake could opt to pot the red here and then play the red that's next to the yellow and just leave the white in behind the yellow and black. Promote the red and leave Tem nothing. But he may not want to give Tem another shot. But it's an option. Oh, he's overrun that. Did not want to run that far. I think at the moment Jake's got quite a bit of control, so
Mr. Balls. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Warriors last night. Basically, you got me in a good night, mate. You were sober. I'm fucking twice as bad as what I was last night.
Jake's played the double there. So he could. The option's still there for the shot that I said. Problem is he leaves the black and yellow together. He could also run through here, run through with a bit of, little bit of side, and sort of come into the edge of the red and the black. Just runs through with a bit of top left, top left. And it'll open up that black and red. He wants to sort of catch the red half ball and come back into the black. That's what he's doing. Like that, like that. I could call the shot, but that bloke, the skill in that shot is just awesome. He's hit perfectly where he wanted to on the red. Push the red towards the pocket and the black comes out. He actually played it fairly firmish as well to make sure he wasn't stuck behind it, like he opened it up. It's a nice shot, really nice. Ooh. He wanted to come across a tiny bit more to take the middle one first, I think. Now he's slightly on the wrong side. If he takes the middle one, I'm not sure if he runs behind the yellow. Oh, looks pretty straight. It doesn't look too bad, but he's queuing over the red. Makes it harder to control the pace. So he does have the option of either ball here. If he takes this and comes back just an inch or so he's pretty dead straight on the red. He can, it's two ways, he can nick it in thin, like this, or he can screw back. He's got a bit of pocket to work with. No, he's taking the middle one. It's just slightly, if that wide had rolled over another quarter of an inch, he'd be taking the middle one all day long. But it's just in between now. He's looking for a rest, so he is going to play the one over the pocket. Needs a bit of control on this shot. Doesn't want to come back too far. Wants to be straight so he can run through and play the black into the corner. It's a good view of the angle on the last red there. Thanks, Salty. Beautiful. And he has ended up nearly dead straight. The only thing is being a tiny bit close to the jaw. He's queuing over the metal on the pocket, but I think he should be all right. He's just got to run through. Perfect. Not running towards in off now, is he? Might have to just screw it a little bit. No, he's not. He's right. No danger. 7-6. Well, that's a big frame there. The old dry break got Tim. And it is Jake's break now. That's the cruelty of this game when you get right up a high level. Often the break determines everything. You know, Jake could pot a ball here and out. Tim hasn't really done anything wrong from 6-all. Just didn't get a ball on the break. You know, same thing could happen. Jake could dry break here. Tim goes out 7-all. So let's see what happens. Nice break, big spread, ball potted. Oh, they haven't landed nice. It's not a straightforward map out. Yellows are tied up. Reds are tied up and on the rail. Tell you what, I'm calling no pot out here. So, and Jake will be thinking the same thing. He's like, well, I am not going out here, so what am I going to do? How am I going to gain control of this frame? He's taking yellows. He's going to make a liar of me and pot out now. He's going to flick into the one near the black here. That's his first shot. So he's opened that one up. Now he's still got the one up near the red, and he's got the one on the side cushion. And the black may be covered into that corner too, I'm not sure. Tell you what, this will be a massive out if he gets it. I wonder if the yellow on the rail slides down inside the red or not. I don't think it does. Nah, looks tight. He could force the angle off this yellow. It's a big shot into the yellow and red that are together up the top. No, he's digging into it. He's screwing back. He's just played to get out on that one. It must slide in. He's looking at whether it slides in inside that red. So only half a ball gap there, but if you play at the right pace, the red moves out the way and the yellow continues on. Even if he gets the pocket, it's a good shot. Oh. Okay. Tim's just sussing that situation out. He says, I'd say that yellow's stuck against the red, otherwise he wouldn't have left him like that. Tim's put that ball down there, so it's a nice ball for moving those two reds near it as well. He knows Jake's really got nothing here. He's deliberately played the white across to sort of put it in behind the black. So Jake... What a hurt here for Jake. He doesn't have much at all. Can he back cut that yellow down into that corner that's all blocked up? No. He might try and get up there first off this. Now he's got to try and manoeuvre this in behind the yellow and the red. Wants to play the... He's not going to try and pot it and move that and open the pocket up, is he? He could play an attacking shot here, force it off the rail into the yellow, but also screw into the other bad yellow and red. Or top through into him, either way. He has. He's gone the attacking option. Didn't get the pot, but he's also got the pocket. The yellow's Jordan stayed there. That's a headache for Tim. What's Tim going to do here? Can he get that red? Looks like he might be just laying up here, putting the red in front of the yellow and leaving the white there. That's a good shot. He's sort of contained the yellow. Might have left a gap, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jake just chips the yellow either and doesn't go out here. Does sneak past it. He can definitely at least take the pocket, probably even pot it off the jaw. The problem is if he's bridging over, if he takes the one on the inside, like cushion first and runs through, he's at danger of nicking the yellow. It's not easy to get out on that ball. Awkward queuing over the red. Yeah, he's just going to cut this one over. Probably in or over, I think over. He's played to kick the red out the way to open it up a bit. Tim's got to work out how to stay alive here. What about the aggressive option? Big double one of his reds inside those yellows. Just got to, pot the one up down the bottom here, and then double one of those two reds back inside the yellows. Nah, I don't think he's taking the aggressive option. He's covered the black this way as well, I think. He's also left Jake a lot of distance here and not quite on the right angle for the plant. It's not a bad shot leaving Jake right up this end. Jake won't want to just roll the plant because he risks leaving Tim the option of playing the red back across. I think he might be looking at playing the yellow and trying to push the red dead. Problem is he may push the yellow dead as well if he tries that. If he hits it fairly thin, it's a risky shot though. You've got to be careful because if you kill that yellow, Tim gets back in the frame. So wants to make sure he doesn't kill the yellow here. Oh wow, that has put a cat amongst the pigeons in so many ways. So we got red with the advantage on the left side and yellow with the advantage on the right side. Can all change very quickly. If Tem can get in a position to pot the red on the right hand side and take the pocket. Yeah, but I'm not sure he can cover the hole from that angle. Maybe. He looks like he is doing it. He's got to get the hole as well though. He hasn't got the hole. He's left a gap. See, I might have potted a ball and got up there with a better angle to cover. Still tough for Jake though, like, even if he makes the first pot and gets over here, he's got to get out on that yellow. He may even play that. Nah, surely he won't try and get that out first shot. It's too risky bridging over the red. He's got to take the right hand pot first. Ideally, he wouldn't mind getting that out first, but I don't think he can first shot. The reason he'd like to get it out first is because then you got more options. You've still got the ball, the pickup ball, but I don't think he can. Yeah, so he wants to try and get over to the left-hand rail here. And I mean, he's got reasonable. Still dodge though. Still very dodge. Wanted to be right over on the rail. Would have made this shot a lot easier. It's very tricky. Very tricky. Like, I think he's got to come off the side cush even to get it out. You might see him actually play this a little bit firm, but he would ideally wants to control it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, where's the white gone? Where's the yellow? Ugh, yellow has gone horrible. So, I'd say we have a new favourite here. Because I cannot see a pot here for Jake, honestly. What can you play? Is there enough room to squeeze the 4 cushions? I don't think so. Is there enough room? A double kiss, maybe? Nah. Oh, he's tripled it. You're kidding. What a shot. I'd like to say he was a little stiff hitting the red there, but that would have been a huge shot. So Tim's just going to chip and cover. Yeah. Absolute control now. He's just put Jake's head in a vice.
Big voice.
Just turning the screws. This is Tim may also just be instilling a little bit of psychological damage here. Just drawing this out a little bit. Making Jake feel the pain. Will Jake play the smash here? Hit the yellow hard and triple it or something? No, he's just played the controlled. Kept it in between the red. It's a good shot. Tim will probably play the chip and cover again. Chip and cover. He's deliberately left it like that so Jake couldn't go off the right-hand cushion. If he had ran through right to the rail, Jake would have been able to come off the right-hand cushion and hit it from behind. So now he's sort of cut that angle out for Jake. Jake, he might be able to do it, but he's got to play it with a lot of side. Can't get the power into it. So he's just going to chip onto it again. Oh no, he's decided to give Tim 2. Tell you what, that's a bit risky. That your red goes straight up the cush. Straight up the cush onto the other red. And then he'll still have the 2 visits. So that's in. He's ended up a bit Chinese here, a bit snookered over the black. Hampered queuing. He's got the one over the pocket though, so surely he can just half ball that. Dangerous when you're queuing over the ball though and you just play the roll shot. If you're a little bit off, put a bit of swerve and you hit it full ball and follow it in. Can always happen. Yeah, he's playing safe. He's playing to promote the bad ball first shot. That would have been interesting if that red had a Jordan gone up the course. He wouldn't have had a shot there, but it's come out good. So the only danger now for Tim, really, is the black doesn't go back past the yellow. So you may see him play for an angle here to pot the red and move the yellow. If he gets a bit of an angle. Yeah, that's the angle. He can pot the red and move the yellow here. He wants to make sure he doesn't get stuck behind the black though. Oh, he's moved the black instead of the yellow. It's not ideal, but it does give him a free shot on the black to roll it up inside the yellow. When I say free, he'd rather be potting it. So Tim wants to land nice and neat behind this black, well, with a bit of angle. He doesn't want to land straight. He wants to land just a touch of angle so he can cut it down and play it in or over kind of shot. He's ended up pretty straight on this red, but he can still screw down. Oh, he has ended up pretty straight. Does leave Jake a cut on the yellow if he jaws it. How big's the gap? How big is the gap? Tim's face is not happy. Jake's face is like, oh my God, that's tight. Yeah, it's, you know what? The way these pockets have been playing, I don't know if this is on. Looks really tight to me. The way these pockets have been playing, I don't think it'll squeeze in. They're not fully sliding in. So, I mean, what else has he got? A double. Looks like he's going to try it. He's played that well. He has played that well. That's about... So what's Tim going to come up with here? Is he going to play the double? Is he going to play it safe to the side cush? He's gone the back double. Because this yellow's on the side jaw, makes it hard to screw up the table. If the yellow was out from the pocket a little bit, Jake could screw up the table easy. But because it's right on the side jaw, the spot where he wants to hit to screw up the table is right where the jaw is, and you could end up catching the cushion. You end up going back over to the left-hand side of the table. So you might see him screw straight back instead. Needs a lot of cue power here. Yeah. He couldn't screw up the table, so he had to screw into that side rail and out. This is a little bit player like Jake under the pump at the moment. Has knocked it in. 8-6. Wow. It's a big comeback from Jake there. But the dry break at 6-all for Tim. And then that last frame there was big battle. Turned a few times. And Jake's got up. So Jake and Rusty, the two on the winner's side. And Andy and Tim will go over to the loser's side to join Joel and I forget who the other one is on the loser's side. So there's 6, I think. 6 left. Ace. Oh, Alex Pace is the other one. Actually, Joel and Travis are still playing. You can see in the background there. So there is 8 left in the tournament at the moment. Joel's playing Travis, and I forget what the other one is on the loser's side. But then the winners of those 2 matches will play Rusty and Tim. Anyway, I've got to go for now, so enjoy the viewing.